Hello and welcome to today's League of Legends Roundup, where I cover MSI Group Stage Day 5. We had the final games of Group C. As you see here, EG, G2, Order. There's a lot more on these boards today because we also had to finish up RNG's games that were, disqualified. Well, not disqualified, but, null and void, and we had to play the other three games. So those are on the other board, as well as the final game of Group C. If you haven't watched one of these videos before, I take notes on the games, saving the time. In the instance you did not watch the games, you didn't get up early to watch them, you didn't want to watch games between teams you really didn't care about, and things like that. I understand this video is coming out a lot later in the day. That's because games took till 10:30, and I know this video is going to take hours to process, and let alone get the subtitles, so I apologize if the subtitles are not out long after the video is published, because I have to wait on YouTube to give me to transcribe my own voice so I can automatically translate it into Portuguese, Turkish, or whatever else language I choose to put on this video. So, EG-G2 opened this day out. A close game, closest one of the day, probably went 39 minutes. I think it's the longest game we've had all tournament long so far. 4 minutes, EG would open it up in bot lane 2-1. Broken Blade would also solo kill Impact. So EG went bot, made something happen, but Broken Blade in top lane, winning the Vladimir Gwen matchup. BB on the Vlad. 5 minutes, Caps would solo kill Jojo Pune. EG would then win a fight in the river at 8 minutes, 2-1. G2 would respond 2 minutes later, winning 2-0 in the river. There'd be a reset. EG would take a cloud. EG then would dive bot, and G2 would win a fight 2-0 in mid. And this all happened in the first 12 minutes of the game. So we had a more than kill per minute pace until laning phase ended at 12 minutes. G2 up 8-5, and Caps 3-1-3 at the time on the Yasuo. So they pulled out Diana, Yasuo. They pulled out Galio and Camille the last time they played, I believe. So G2 playing, wombo combo comps against EG. So laning phase ends. EG are 1 for 2 on their attempts to make a play. G2 did not attempt a play. 13 minutes, EG get a 2v2 kill. There's a reset. The game slows way down. G2 take an Infernal, and then we wait till 21 minutes where G2 take a Hex Tech after winning a fight 2-0. That leads to Prio over the Baron. They take the Baron. They win a fight afterwards 3-0. Caps with all 3 kills. That gives them a 3k gold lead. With the Baron, there was an extended fight 3-2 where Impact would get both kills for EG. G2 would reset up 16-8, 4.5k gold. Caps is now 8-1-5. G2 go to Hextech Soul Point as well during the reset. 29 minutes, there's a fight in the river that goes 1-1. 32 minutes, EG end up winning a fight 3-0. Impact Inspired with a double. Inspired has played well all tournament long. I've had a lot of people with differing opinions on having Yankos and Inspired in what order. Inspired hard carried EG throughout this group stage. I think it's really hard to ignore that. No matter what champions he's been playing, he's been hard carrying. So Inspired gets a double kill. That makes the gold deficit pretty much even. G2 take Hextech Soul. So that was the issue with this game, actually. There's been so many games, so when I get to something, I'm like, oh, that jogged my memory. EG win the fight 3-0. But instead of taking Hextech to prevent Soul, they go Baron instead. Give away Hextech Soul, which was a mistake. After the Baron's over, G2 are up 17-12. EG has a 2.5k gold lead. Caps is 9-1-5, and Danny is 3-2-6, the 2 carries at the time for their teams. 39 minutes, G2 end 5-0 in River. Yanko setting up a big play over the Elder fight. Broken Blade with a triple over the top. Final score being 22-12. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the Baron power play. MVP goes to Yankos. I look at this game this way. The game was pretty much even all the way till 39 minutes. And then we had our final fight of the game. And that decided the game. And that was set up by Yankos. Flashing over a wall. Didn't even think twice. Flashed over a wall. Made a play. A big play. And that won the game. So Yankos ends up being MVP. Game 2, EG stay out on stage pretty much. I mean, obviously they take a 10-minute break or whatever, go backstage, but they return to the stage to play against Order. They demolish Order once again, like they have all series long. 3 minutes, JoJo Pune would solo kill Kisei in mid. I almost said Kissy. Kisei in mid. At the same time, Inspired would solo kill Kevy, and EG would get a 2v2 kill. So at 3 minutes, the jungle matchup was decided early game, mid lane was decided, and the bot 2v2. 6 minutes, EG would go mid, make another play. 7 minutes, EG win a fight in the jungle 3-2. Inspired and Puma with doubles. EG then get another pick in a 2v2 kill. This all happened in the first 9 minutes. They open a massive lead. They take an Infernal. 12 minutes, they win a fight in the jungle 3-1. JoJo with a double. Get another pick. And then at 13 minutes, laning phase ends. EG are up 13-3, a kill per minute. Inspired is 6-0-3, and they have a 9k gold lead. 9k at 13 minutes. Like, this game is pretty much over. Laning phase. Order are 0 for 2 on their attempts to make a play. EG are 1 for 3. Attempting to make a play is attempting to make a play in lane in an outnumbered situation. So if it is counter ganked at the same time you're trying to attempt a gank, I'm not going to count it because everything was even. If anything, it should be a failed gank if you've been snuffed out. EG were 1 for 3. Order 0 for 2. EG take a mountain. 16 minutes. They dive mid 2-1. Danny with both kills. 18 minutes. EG get a kill on top. They then go to river, get a couple kills. They go to bot and get a kill. All happens 18, 19, 20 minutes. 20 minutes now. They're up 16k gold. 16k without a Baron. I honestly don't think I've ever seen a 16k gold lead without a Baron in my life. I really don't. If you have, comment down below in a pro game where you've seen a 16k gold lead without a Baron before 20 minutes. EG 19-4. JoJo is 6-0-8. EG go to Hextech Soul Point, and then they would take a Baron up 18.5k gold. Just absolutely incredible. EG get a pick, and then they end with the Baron, Inspired with a double 3-1. Final score 24-5. Inspired ends up being MVP. He made things happen in the early game all over the damn place. He really got ahead of Kevy to the point where Kevy couldn't even farm his own camps. It was truly crazy. I mean, I've seen, and to answer some critics who, my Yankos inspired, critics. I've never said Inspired was one of the best junglers in the world overall. To my knowledge, I've said that I believe he's one of the best farming, carry-oriented junglers in the world. One of the best at getting ahead. In that box. Never said he was, one of the best in the world overall. I just think he's one of the best at, if you put him on carries, he's going to get ahead. And if he has laners that can also get ahead, it's just going to make things better. But, his laners aren't getting ahead against G2, and that's why he keeps losing, despite carrying. Game 3, G2 in Order. G2 demolish Order. It was their turn. 2 minutes, they get a 2v2 kill to open it up. 2 minutes later, they get a double kill for Yankos at 4 minutes in the jungle. Yankos ends up being MVP again, in my opinion. His Nidalee was pretty damn good in this game. He got them ahead, made things happen. 6 minutes, they dive bot 1 for 1. Then they go top lane. 8 minutes, Order take a cloud after getting a pick. 9 minutes, G2 dive bot. Order then get a kill in bot. 9 minutes, G2 dive top. And then Order responds a minute later going bot lane. And laning phase ends at 12 minutes. G2 up 6-3. 5.5k gold. Yankos is 3-0-1. G2 are 2 for 4 in making plays happen. Yankos is all over the rift trying to create as well as caps on TF. In Order are 0 for 2 on their attempts to make a play. 12 minutes, G2 go mid. There's another skirmish in mid a minute later, goes 1-1. Reset, Order takes a Hextech. G2 go top. G2 win a fight 4-1 in the Order base. They're already inside the Order base at 18 minutes, winning a fight 4-1. Yankos with another double. Order then gets a kill in bot lane. Order starts fighting back at 19 minutes. They win a fight. They don't win a fight. But in bot lane, there's a fight that goes 3-3. Targamas with a double. This leads to a reset by G2. They're up 16-8, 12.5K gold. Yankos is 6-2 and 7. They take an Infernal on the reset. They get a pick. Then a long-winded Baron dance occurs for probably 3 minutes. G2 get a pick. They start it. They get pushed off at 1-1. They then get another kill. They try and set it up to take it in order steal it. And then Targamas ends up getting a double kill after Order steals it. G2 winning that fight 3-0. Order now down 12.5K gold. So the gold's pretty much the same still. 25 minutes. Now, after all these kills have occurred, G2 are up 23-9, 14.5K gold. And Yankos is 7-2 and 10. That's after Baron has expired. There were no kills during the Baron. And then G2 ended 25 minutes, 5-1. Flacket and Targamas with doubles. Like I said, Yankos ends up being MVP. Order are 0 for 1 on the power play. In my opinion, Yankos really made things happen today. All over the Rift, getting early game leads, and he played a very, very good set of games today. I felt like Inspired and Yankos both played very, very well today. There's clearly a hierarchy in this group, and it was because the carries of EG weren't ready for the moment. I've said this before. I thought before going into this that it was either going to be great or bad. Like there was no in between. I didn't expect 2-2 out of EG. It was either going to be 4-0 or 0-4, 1-3, but it wasn't going to go even. It wasn't going to be like, oh, okay, we're there. No, it was either going to be we are definitely there or we are lagging behind. And clearly, we're lagging behind. So, that leading into our final G2 EG match of group stage. G2 went 23-11. Caps ends up being MVP. I thought Caps played a fantastic game in this one on the Silas. 4 minutes, G2 open it up by going bot lane, getting a kill. Reset, EG take a mountain, and the game slows way down. So between 4 and 12 minutes, we don't get a kill. At 12 minutes, G2 win a fight in bot 2-0. EG take a Hex Tech after the reset. So once again, EG are trying to stack Drakes. 14 minutes, Impact solo kills Broken Blade and top. And then laning phase ends at 15 minutes. G2 up 2-1, EG having a 1.5K gold lead. So very slow laning phase. G2 are 1 for 2 on their attempts to make a play. EG are 0 for 0. They didn't attempt anything really. 15 minutes, there's a skirmish in the jungle that goes even. G2 then go top. They reset, take an Infernal. G2 win a fight in bot 2-0 at 19 minutes. And then at 20 minutes, Caps really gets online. He solo kills Jojo Pume. G2 then end up winning a fight in the river 1-0. And then there's a trade of kills in top and bot. At 20 minutes, 4 different things happen. With Caps solo killing Jojo Pume, G2 getting a kill in the river, and then they go bot lane and get a kill as EG goes top lane and gets a kill. So it's all over the Rift. Things are happening as we get into the mid to late game. Caps outplays an incredible 1v2 where he goes and gets a kill 1 for 1 in 21 minutes. It was a great play. If you missed it, you should watch it. That was a fantastic play by Caps. 22 minutes, G2 go mid, and then G2 are up 12-4 in kills. EG still 1.5K gold lead, so EG's still in this despite being down in kills. The gold lead's still there. It's not much of anything. I'm not saying EG were ahead, but EG were still in the game. Caps is 4-1-2. Game slows way down again. We don't actually have any kills between 21 and 28 minutes. In that time, G2 take an Infernal, and then they get a pick and go... Well, actually, they take an Infernal, and then they go to Infernal Soul Point in a fight that goes 1-1. 30 minutes, G2 take the Baron after a pick. That gives them a slight gold lead. During the Baron, though, EG would actually defend their base 3-1, inspired with a triple on Lilia. I'm happy to see him pull out the Lilia. I said going into this MSI, I wanted to see Lilia. I wanted to see Vlad. Some of these champions that we were, recently buffed that maybe enter the meta. I was happy to see them today. And actually Sejuani too, which we'll get into. So 31 minutes after the reset, so EG win their fight to push G2 away. G2 won a fight in the jungle 2-1, flacked with both at 31 minutes. That was like a pseudo 2v2, in my opinion. EG kind of jumped onto somebody, and then it was, they were not at 100% health or whatever, and Flagged outplayed, two people, 1v2. 33 minutes, EG steal the Infernal, preventing Infernal Soul from going over to G2. However, G2 win the fight 4-2 afterwards, Flacked with a double, and then G2 pushed down to 35 minutes. Final score 23-11. G2 are 0 for 1 on the power play. Caps ends up being MVP. He played great in the side lane. His Silas was disgusting. For that outplay alone, he was MVP. Order and EG. So 18-2. Once again, EG really taking it to Order. 3 minutes, Jojo Pune would solo kill Kisei in mid. EG then go top lane, get a 2v2 kill, and Jojo Pune solo kills Kevy at 6 minutes. So, once again, 6 minutes into the game, EG are absolutely dumpstering Order. EG then get a pick. Jojo Pune gets his third solo of the game, solo killing Biopanther. 2 minutes later, Impact solo kills Kevy. This all happened in the first 11 minutes. EG take an Infernal. EG dive bot. Jojo would solo kill Kisei again at 14 minutes. 14 minutes as well, so not even a minute later. EG won a fight in bot 3-0, inspired with a double. That puts EG up 12-0 at 15 minutes, 8k gold. Laning phase ends. Order are 0 for 2 on their attempts to make a play. EG are 2 for 2. EG then get a pick. They take an Ocean. Order go bot at 18 minutes, which prevents the perfect game at that time by getting that kill in bot lane. 21 minutes, EG take a Baron, 11k gold lead, and then they end with the Baron 4-1, inspired with a double. Jojo Pune ends up being MVP. The guy had 4 solo kills. He's MVP. His Aurelia was he played Aurelia very aggressively, and he did well with it. So kudos to him. Order, we're going to get one more game with Order. But as far as EG-G2, we clearly see what's going on going into Rumble stage, and hopefully EG sets it, for NA's sake, EG kind of figures it out. But I really felt like even Vulcan was a big problem today, which I didn't really mention because I didn't mention Vulcan once in these games because he never did anything spectacular, really, in my opinion. And I thought he was definitely their worst player today. And I'll just say that. So now on to board number 2. Okay, now for board number 2. Order in G2 to finish out Group C. We saw Sion Senna bot lane for G2. And Urgot top for Order. A Sejuani, which Sejuani actually got buffed going into this tournament. It's nice to see Jankos play it. He hadn't played it for a few years. At least heavily. So it wasn't mentioned before the tournament because I was only mentioning players that had played champions in the last 3 years that were at least at some point in the meta. But nevertheless, this game was our slowest one of the day. Looking at the other 3 games, this was the slowest one. Order took an Infernal before we had a solo First Blood. 6 minutes, G2 would get a pick to open it up. 7 minutes, Cap solo kills Kisei. G2 would then get a kill in the river, and Order would get a 2v2 kill. So at 7 minutes, a lot happened. 8 minutes, G2 dive top, and that puts them up 4-1 at 10 minutes when laning phase ends. Jankos 2-0-1, 2k gold lead. Jankos is MVP again. Played a great game on the Sejuani, set them up for success in the early game, got ahead. G2 are 1 for 1 on their attempts to make a play. Order did not make a play. Did not even go try and, really attempt to make one. 11 minutes, Order take an Ocean 1-0. G2 then win a fight in mid 2-1. The teams would exchange trips to top lane after that. So they're trying to affect the top lane. G2 take a Hex Tech. 19 minutes. G2 win a fight in the jungle 1-0. But now G2 are really cruising. They are far ahead. So G2 then get a pick. They take the Baron. There's a fight afterwards. It goes 5-0. Targamas with a triple gives them a 6.5K gold lead. With the Baron, they get a pick. That puts them up 15-4, 11K. Yankos is 4-1-7 after the Baron is starting to come to a close, but G2 would end up ending with it. So a massive power play that's 5,000 gold or more. They end at 23 minutes, 5-0, Flackett and Caps with doubles. Just a great day for G2. G2 are coming in hot. When I watched the LEC and did my LEC League of Legends roundups, I was high on G2 going into this tournament. I thought EG would be a little more competitive. They weren't. It was one of two ways, and EG weren't competitive at all. But, when push comes to shove here, G2 are really cruising. I mean, their undefeated streak is what it is, but they are really, really cruising. So, another good game out of them. Now we get into our 3 games for RNG. RNG obviously run the table 3-0. Game 1 meant nothing to Istanbul. So they picked a Garen top. So if you are a Garen aficionado and you were like, I'm not going to watch Istanbul, have nothing to play for against RNG, watch it for that, I guess. RNG opened it up by going bot lane at 4 minutes. That leads to Praya over the Drake. They take the Cloud. 8 minutes, the Garen Starscreen solo kills Bin in top. And then RNG go mid. So Starscreen gets the better of Bin today, which was, mind-boggling. 10 minutes, Istanbul then go top again. 11 minutes, RNG get a pick. Istanbul go bot. RNG go top. So at 11 minutes, we had 3 different things happen. Istanbul take a mountain. And that pretty much ends laning phase. RNG up 4-3, 3.5K gold. RNG are 3 for 4 on their attempts to make a play. They were very active in the first 12 minutes of this game. Istanbul 2 for 3, also very active. Our most active early game of the day. 13 minutes, Wei would take over. Wei ends up being MVP. He solo kills Holy Phoenix back-to-back at 13 and 14 minutes. And that's why he ends up being MVP. I mean, the game was 3.5K gold lead. But when Wei did that to Holy Phoenix, that put Istanbul in a hole they could not crawl out of. After the second solo kill, Gala would then solo kill Ferret. RNG would get a pick in top. There'd be a trade of kills at 15 minutes where Bin and Starscreen would be in their 1v1 and exchange kills, killing each other. 16 minutes, RNG get a fight in bot 1-0. That leads to a Hextech Drake. They then get a pick. Zhao solo kills Ferret at 20 minutes. And by 20 minutes, RNG are up 12-4. 9K gold. Wei is 5-0-3. That leads to a Baron, a fight that goes 1-1. 10K lead for RNG. With the Baron, I did not write this down. I saw that I needed to write this down. I didn't. RNG do not finish on this power play, so they're 0 for 1 on the day. But 22 minutes, RNG win a fight mid 4-1. Wei and Gala with doubles. They then win a fight in the jungle 2-0. Ming with a double. And then they end at 25 minutes. Holy Phoenix and Wei with doubles as Holy Phoenix tries to defend his base. And, the game ends. So, final score 23-10. These games weren't really close today except for the first one. And Istanbul had nothing to play for, but it was interesting seeing a Garen. RNG and PSG. So PSG had to put as high back into the game because I guess the rule is if you sub a player in and the game has to be replayed, you have to play that sub. So Hanabi was out. It did not go well for Azhai. There is a drop-off there between Hanabi and him. So, 4 minutes, RNG go mid. They get a 2v2 kill as well. They then get 2 kills in top. Zhao with a double. Zhao ends up being MVP. 6 minutes, he starts roaming all over the rift, making things happen. And by making things happen, you end up as my MVP. If you facilitated and got the team ahead, you're more important than anybody who gets a ton of kills or has a nice KDA at the end of the game. If you make things happen and you put yourself ahead to me, you're the MVP. 7 minutes, RNG get a 2v2 kill. They then get a pick. PSG take an Infernal after the reset. 11 minutes, RNG go mid. They get a 2v2 kill again. RNG then dive bot to 1, and laning phase ends at 12 minutes. RNG up 10-1, 7.5k gold. Xiaohu is 4-0-2 on the Ari. RNG are 2 for 2 on their attempts to make a play. PSG do not attempt one. 13 minutes, Xiaohu solo kills Bei. RNG then go get a kill in the jungle as well. RNG then go mid. Xiaohu solo kills Juhan. So Xiaohu, multiple solo kills. I mean, he just was dominant on the Ari. RNG take a cloud. They will then win a fight in mid 3-0. PSG then defend their base at 18 minutes. So RNG are trying to end with the Rift Herald. PSG do a good job defending, unified with a double. RNG then try and push to end again at 19 minutes. They get a pick. They try and push. PSG wins that fight 3-1. Juhan with a double. So now RNG has to officially reset. They're up 20-7, 10k gold, and Xiaohu is 8-2-6. So the game is pretty much, it's over, but PSG are at least making something out of it, because this game mattered to PSG. If PSG win, they're locked in. So they were trying their damnedest to win. Reset, RNG take an Ocean. They then win a fight 3-1 to take Baron. Gala with the double. Then they end with the Baron 3-0. Final score 26-8. RNG really cruised in this one. RNG are coming in hot. I said some things yesterday that people thought were, not people thought, people, called me out, rightfully so, that they felt it was inaccurate. And, some things I believe are, the reports I read were, inaccurate. So, I'm not happy about the way RNG are handling the fact that they have to replay these matchups. I think that, to claim that they're being treated unfairly, I think is, BS. I think that, at least from my perspective going into this tournament, seeing that you have to play on, a crazy situation where you're, trying to cause lag, but lag is not, like, it's how do I explain this? Because I'm trying not to, like, back myself up and then be like, oh, well, you're digging a hole deep or whatever. Like, I remember, because I watch pros stream to hear their opinions and, learn more about the game as we go along here, because you just want to learn more about the game, and pros are the ones to listen to. And Doublelift was saying he was talking to a bunch of pros that were boot camping over in Korea that said TR felt like crap. It wasn't 35 ping, it was higher. And that was before the tournament started. So if that was the case, at that point, to me, I accepted this tournament is going to be, a crapshoot, that games might have to be replayed if the lag is not accurate. And lo and behold, that's what happened. And I don't know why RNG did not think that. I don't know why RNG were out of the loop when it came to, hey, guys, just so you know, whoever you're playing are playing on ice skates. I know you're playing at 35 ping and you're like, oh, well, I have to play with lag. Well, no, they're playing on ice skates at what is 60 to 80 ping. So these games have to be replayed. For them to make it sound like they were like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I have no sympathy for the thought that, this is just injustice. This is a punishment. No, it's just, for even saying that you think it's a punishment, I hope you would end up facing a penalty of some sort, just because you said that you are being punished, because you are not being punished. It's just the deal. You should have to replay games on an even ping. I don't know. Ian Doublelift even said yesterday, I thought was interesting. Why would you feel comfortable winning games in a situation that you find out later that you had an unfair advantage? And I understand that playing these 3 games back to back to back sucks. That, I feel like, was a rightful claim in the statement made by RNG. We have to play a super back to back against 3 different teams. That's screwed up. I agree. That's screwed up. They should have played these 2 today and the other one yet tomorrow. Honest to God, I think that they should have done that. And maybe even broke these 2 up. Had one in the middle of the games earlier in the day. So RNG get a break in between. I completely agree with that. But I'm just like, you should feel the need to replay these games as a way of being fair to the opponent. Like, to be like, wow, that sucks. I don't want that to happen to me. But, you know, I rant over, I guess. So, RNG versus Red. Red had a lot to play for in this one as well. They win. They move on. Well, not move on, but at least get a tiebreaker. In the end, they lose. So, outside of the fact that I had RNG at 5-1 and PSG at 3-3. What was I wrong? Oh, did I have Red at 3-3 and PS? No, I didn't. Somewhere along the way here, I was one game off because I had RNG 5-1, but I had the order right. So RNG and Red. Red opened this up by getting first blood in about 4 minutes. RNG would then take a trip themselves a minute later. Bin solo kills Guigo. Not Guigo. Gigo. 7 minutes, RNG then go top lane themselves to try and further get Bin ahead. I've said all along, you got to put Bin behind if you want to win, and they did not get the memo. 9 minutes, RNG win a fight in bot 4-1. Xiaohu and Ming with doubles. That leads to a reset. Red taking Ocean. Xiaohu solo kills Grevthar in mid. And laning phase ends at 13 minutes. RNG up 8-3. 4K gold. Wei is 1-0-4. Xiaohu ends up being MVP. Solo kill in the early game. Made things happen on the Gwen. He was like unkillable at times. He played great. 15 minutes. RNG get a pick. Red respond by getting 2 kills in the jungle. Agiz with a double. You know, he played a great Lee Sin game again. He was definitely the best player for Red in this tournament. Red then take a Cloud. RNG win a fight in bot 3-0. Xiaohu with a double. They then get 2 picks at 19 minutes when they're playing around mid lane. Ming with both. 20 minutes, Red win a fight 5-1. August and Gigo with doubles. I mean, for both of them, Gigo on the Darius. He played a great Darius game. Well, not a great Darius game, sorry. But it was interesting to see him play Darius. We had a Garen and a Darius today. So, after Red win that fight where they get doubles, RNG up 16-10, 3.5k gold. Ming is 4-2-9. So 3.5k gold, I mean, that's not huge. This is not a mountain to climb. This is a hill to climb. I mean, they're behind, but they're not behind by a lot. RNG take a Hex Tech. But at 23 minutes, the game just goes the way of RNG. You don't look back. Xiaohu outplays a 1v2, getting a double kill on bot side. They then get 2 kills in the river. That leads to Prio over the Baron. They get a pick. They take the Baron. Up 9.5k gold. They then win a fight after taking the Baron 3-0. RNG are just rolling. The way I'm even saying it, it's just rolling off the tongue. RNG are just cruising. With the Baron, they win a fight 3-0 at the base of Red. Wei with a double. That puts them up 13.5k gold. They then reset, take another Hextech Drake, and they end at 29 minutes 3-0. Wei with another double. So, final score 30-10. RNG are coming in hot. Both them and G2 are coming in hot. I would say, I think both teams being undefeated, that's something there. G2 4-0ing EG is a big deal. And also RNG being able to beat PSG both times. I thought PSG were capable of taking a game off of them, and they didn't. That's, I think, where it was. I had PSG 4-2 and RNG 5-1, and that didn't happen. I was one Baron steal away yesterday from having not only the 4 teams in order correct, but having their records accurate. I'm pretty happy that I got both Group B and Group C in the right order. Down to the minor region teams. These are teams I didn't watch play at all before this tournament started. And I got 4 records correct. Actually, I think I got 5. I got 5 because I think I had EG going 4-4. I don't think I had them going 5-3. Maybe I did have them going 5-3 and I'm wrong. But I had the orders correct. So thank you for watching this video. It was a long one. Thank you for watching. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you like daily League of Legends content. I do videos every day. I understand this came out really late, but that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles right now with YouTube's processing. Comment down below. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow with Group A? Do you think it's going to be Saigon Buffalo or Detonation Focus me getting out of Group A? I'm sorry, Team A's fans. I don't know who's worse, you or Order right now. So, that is what it is. So, thank you for watching once again, and I hope you come back for more content.